All right, nobody asked for it, but we are doing a bottled water tier list, which I'm sure that other people have done this before, but I haven't seen any. So I'm going to act like we're totally original and internet locals first.
Yeah, it's YouTube blind. It's amazing.
Yep.
I'm actually pretty excited. I'm a big water connoisseur, and I started to think about it more because of Marcel.
Marcel? Is it because he makes you thirsty?
No. I think I was at the coffee place that he used to work at, and I was a patron, and I was like, can I get some water? I just want some water. And we're just fucking around. And then he took a sip of his own, and he was like, phase 1 is a little sweet, and then phase 2, that glides over nicely. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't think about water that way until just now. And now I think about it all the time. So,
dude,
this is why we're here.
I think he was probably just rolling off a caffeine buzz.
Oh, he definitely was. Definitely.
I mean, Fonte coffee, that shit's a drug. It's psychoactive or whatever the fuck it's called. It'll definitely alter your state of mind.
It's so fucking strong. I haven't had a cold brew like that in ages.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Fuck. So good.
All right, so we have the classic tiers, S through D. Instead of F, I would rather drink piss, which I would say isn't even really an F because, I mean, piss is not bad. Have you seen the Bear Grylls episode of where he's in the wild and he has to drink his own piss? I think that was I've thought about what kickstarted a lot of that was the piss fandom. The piss kink originated from that episode. Oh, I didn't even think about that. They were like, Bear Grylls, he's generally attractive, plus he's got skills. And his name's Bear, so ooh, that's hot. I mean, I think since that episode, I went, yeah, I think I could do it. I think if I was in the wild, I think I could do it. If it came down to it, and someone was like, "Oh, we're all gonna die if no one, if no one drinks their piss," and I'll be like, "I volunteer as tribute. I'll drink my piss." I don't know why, but after seeing that, I'm like, I don't know. It's as soon as the plane crashes on the island, you're just immediately like, "I'll drink the piss. I'll do it." I'm drinking seawater, vomiting. I'm like, no, I got a plan. Everyone can drink my piss. I'm willing to give up a few tablespoons. So fucking gross. Okay, sorry. All right. That was really disgusting. I think I'll let you take the reins. What do you think we should start with first? Should we start with a tier, or do you think we should just go through the individuals? I know the first one's already gonna... Yeah, I think we should just start in the beginning and work our way through because it's got a good mix-up in order. Yeah. I think I'm ready. Okay, well, so the first one, Arrowhead bottled water. Yeah. So I have acid reflux. Fun fact. So I'm going to give this, and I would rather drink piss because piss would not give me acid reflux, I feel confident about, but this will give me acid reflux. And so therefore, no, it's poisoned. Yeah. I don't think that's not even deer pee. That's that's not even unfiltered. That's just, they put stuff in there. I know it. It would be a privilege to drink piss in that scenario. So I'd love to go to the factory where they bottle it. I don't know what they're putting in there, but there's something fishy going on. So let's say I'd rather drink piss. Yeah, we'll throw that down there at the very bottom. That was pretty quick for us to... God, that shit's so gross. I think with Arrowhead, the thing is, so I was actually going to go out and buy all these water bottles or whatever. One, that'd be insanely fucking terrible for the environment for me to just buy 13 bottles of water just to take a sip and be like, ew, throw it away. But also, I think I want to live the rest of my life and not drink Arrowhead water. So I'm confident I can do it. I would rather suck on a button. If I have a dry mouth, I will suck on a button to salivate a little bit more, and I will drink my own spit, and that's fine with me because it happened in a movie, and that's what they did. The movie's called Cube. Wait, did I show you that one yet? No, that's one of the ones. So one of the ones. Okay, yeah. Don't watch that. It's on a list. Okay. Anyway, there's a moment where they're thirsty. And they suck. If the Arrowhead was around, I'd be like, oh, I'll suck on a button. It's fine. So yeah, that's fucking awful. That's so 1850. Suck on a button when you're thirsty. What are you gonna do? Smack the stick on that wooden wheel? What? That's so ancient. It's before we churn the butter. Yeah.
I don't know. Seems like the same time frame.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Okay, this might be a little hot of a take. I know Aquafina stirs a bit of controversy. People don't like it. It undergoes, I think, like reverse osmosis or whatever the fuck the water pasteurization, like distillation process is. It goes through it 8 times because I think Aquafina, isn't that the one that comes from Lake Erie, the most polluted lake in the United States?
Oh, it comes from Flint. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. It's just straight from the tap at Flint. You get some good minerals in there.
I actually don't know anything about Aquafina. I've definitely had it. I know where I'd put it on the tier, but I don't know any of that stuff. I probably know that stuff about some of the other brands, but not this one.
The only reason why I know is because I will live and die for Aquafina. I love the flavor. Maybe it's just like toxic my mind. Like maybe I'm so like drunk off the chemicals that like I'm brainwashed at this point. But I would put it at an A. I really like it. It's very refreshing.
Not. Isn't that a Coke product?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that a Coke product? Like Coca-Cola makes it, or I know some of the other ones are, but
fucking everything. But Aquafina,
not that I have a problem with that.
Dasani is made by Coke, I'm pretty sure.
It's owned by Pepsi, excuse me.
Dasani's owned by Pepsi?
Watch my mouth. Mm-hmm. No, Aquafina is owned by Pepsi.
Okay. And then Dasani's Coke.
You know what? The thing I like about Aquafina is they have those big ass bottles, and they look like you're going to get more water than other bottles that are maybe the same size, just because of the shape of it. I don't really know why. It's not my go-to, but if I was thirsty, I'd do it. Like if I was like, oh, I'm going to take a ibuprofen or drugs or something, I would chase it with Aquafina. No problem. If I was in a movie theater and they were like, hey, if you want a bottle of water that's going to be $15 and it was Aquafina, I'd go, okay. Like, but if I was in like a grocery store, I wouldn't pick it out for sure. Definitely not.
Yeah. Aquafina is definitely one of those waters that like on a road trip, you'll pick up the like quart of it.
Yep. Because it's a big daddy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Big old bitch.
So you say you put that at A. I think I'd put that at C, but I would be willing to compromise.
How about we'll like nestle it into the B range?
Okay.
Now because
then we can like reconvene after.
Yeah. I feel fine with it being a B. It's definitely not any kind of mind-blowing experience, but I like it a lot. It's good.
Okay.
It's only done
That's good to know you stand that water, because I didn't know that. So
I do.
That's good.
I stand that water. Dasani, baby, how do you feel? How do you feel about our bad bitch?
Dasani, where am I presented with Dasani's? Where the fuck do they give those out? There's a place.
I know exactly where they give them out.
Concerts?
The Threshold of Hell. No, they give them out at concerts.
After concerts? Like when you're done and they want to make sure you're sober?
Yeah, on the plane, at amusement parks. Whenever you are most thirsty, in like a dangerous level of thirst.
And you know what the concern is? It's the fact that I think or the bottles, they're not clear. They're like a little bit of a blue tint because they want it to look enticing, I think.
No, I think you're right. They are blue. It's like a almost like a mellow.
Oh, maybe they are clear.
Blue.
I'm so dumb. Wait, I think they might be clear. I think I'm imagining this.
No,
I think I just made up that
they're
up.
They're blue, aren't they?
I mean,
is this like Mandela
the design
effect
is. I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm looking at Google Images, and some of them look very clear, and some of them look very blue. But I feel like it's a ploy to make you think like it's so clean. It's like the sky blue. Like I don't fucking know. Like why is that tempting?
Yeah.
No, they look blue. Like some of these look blue as fuck. So I don't like when people try and fucking I'm gonna manipulate you. It's cleaner than you think. It's not. It won't give me acid reflux, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
So.
Man,
I'd go C or D on this one.
So, yeah, I wanna rank it lower.
I would not put money into it ever. I would never spend money on a Dasani, even if I was at a concert, if I was at a doctor's office for some reason, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have some water? Oh, we have a bottle of Dasani." I'd be like, "Wow, you're giving me a bottle? That's great. It's Dasani? No, thank you."
The thing is that like, one, you wouldn't pay for it because it's just fucking garbage water. But two, you pay the most for this water. I think, like, because when you're getting it at a concert or on the plane or whatever, it's always like $5 for like 8 ounces of water versus like an 88-cent spring water, I mean, not Arrowhead, but I mean like any other one, You
can get a baseline Crystal Springs at Whole Foods for like 89 cents, or it's $1.19. It's one of the two. That's way cheaper than Dasani for no reason.
Yeah, and so you're thinking that you're going to get this premium experience, but instead you're paying for like fucking rare earth metals in your beverage, and it's just like got a shit ton of salt and stuff. Have you read the back of a Dasani bottle before?
I probably have, because I was, one of those kids that like ripped all the fucking labels off of anything I consumed.
Oh yeah, same.
What the fuck is in it?
I mean, there's a whole controversy behind it.
Oh my God,
this is definitely 2020, 2019 shit, but like, yeah.
Dude, the first thing when you Google Dasani water and you go down to the people always ask all those little questions you can like click and get more info. The first one is, why is Dasani water bad for you?
Yeah.
I'm sold. Like, that's all I need. I don't even need facts.
Google says so.
That's good. Mm-hmm.
So.
Dude, it's probably worse than tap water. And I'm not even like against tap water.
I like tap water.
We live in Washington. We get good water here.
Yeah,
you go to Arizona, acid reflux again.
I think maybe, is it acid reflux, like, or is it just really bad water?
It's poison. It's fucking rat poison. They want to kill me.
Okay. I want to say I'd rather drink piss for Dasani, but you know what?
I'm fine with that.
Chosen Dasani over piss more than once, so I think I have to put it at D.
Okay, that's a good point. Again, I would accept it if I was in a predicament or not sober and my mouth was very cotton mouthy or something. I would accept it. Yeah. But I'm not going to finish it. Ew.
No, you take a sip and you're like, oh God.
Yeah. And then I feel bad because I'm going to litter.
Burns on the way down.
Oh, God,
all right.
Gross.
The holy grail of water.
Okay.
This next tile. How do you feel? I'm excited to hear what you say, because I have so much to say about Fiji.
Okay, I first have to say where I was first introduced to it. I had weird as fuck friends growing up. They're not weird in like a maybe 2021 kind of way, but like very hippie, eclectic. Maybe they had weird pets and stuff. Anyways, and I had this one friend, and she's actually like super, like they were like the coolest kind of eclectic. Like you go to their house and their mom's gonna make some weird pancakes, like M&Ms and stuff like that on a dime. Like I don't know, she has nothing better to do. She was so fucking cool. I loved going to their house. Anyway, super hippie, blah blah blah. And so they always had the Fiji water. But I don't think it was usually actually the Fiji water. I feel like it was the leftover bottles because they would make trips regularly to this like local spring to fill up these huge jugs full of water to put in their little spout thingy, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so the water they drank was all from an actual spring, like in the earth, unfiltered. Like that's it. They get it from this well. You stand in line, you fill up your buckets, you leave. And so my perception of it at the time is like in the 90s, Fiji was the best, period. There was no high pH, low pH bullshit. It was just like Fiji, curing cancer, making kids love water over Kool-Aid, and then there was like the rest of water. Like it was just shitty.
Yeah.
And I've revisited Fiji because I like the shape of the bottle and the design behind the water. But it's not it for me. Like it's delicious.
You know, the story you told was very touching. I think it's almost it's almost like Fiji water commercial level, where they're like,
dude,
Fiji doesn't just stop at drinking the water. It's taking the water from the planet and refilling the bottle.
It's from the earth.
It's from the earth. And you're like drinking like actual earth water, no capitalism involved after you've finished a Fiji bottle. I think that is the most like pure thing I could think of. Like Disney couldn't even touch that scenario.
Like, and that's a real as fuck memory. Like I have pictures from this person's house. Like they had pet snakes and they had a dog and they actually had like a creek in their backyard. Like you have to go down these little switchbacks that they built, and there was this little creek in the backyard with little bridges over it and stuff. I'm not fucking kidding right now. I don't know how we didn't see, like, you know, dead bodies or anything like that, because it's, like, foresty and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be a good place to bury them. But the Fiji water, it just felt like, you go to their house, it's like, that's the rich bottle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's probably expensive before you refill it.
Yeah.
I would easily do an A. I would pick other ones over that at the store, but I would at least give it an A.
Man, I'm okay. I was first introduced to Fiji. So my parents split up. We would take a plane back and forth across the country for, like, you know, winter breaks and summer breaks or whatever. And airports sell this shit like, you know, candy. It's literally some of the only water you can get at airports. It's like Fiji and Evian, which is the next one too. I'm pretty sure you can get Voss, but like Fiji's like the one that is heavily sold. They push that shit. And so it's not only like fond memories for me, but like it's like the thickest, most rich water I've ever had. Like it almost
is thick though.
It's almost like
actually
10 bottles of water were condensed down into one bottle of water. So each gulp is like drinking an entire bottle of water. It's so insanely refreshing that I'm just so passionate about it. I would definitely throw it up into the S tier, but we can nestle it in the A just in case there's something down the line you make an argument that I have to listen to.
Oh, I've got a couple.
But yeah, Fiji,
So,
the bottle design is sexy as hell. Like,
I agree with that. 10
what
out
other
of 10 best
square
bottle design.
bottle of water are you getting at the store? Like,
You're not.
I'll wait.
Don't do it.
Also, Fiji, like the mystical islands of Fiji, like that shit's like, yeah. All right, I simp Fiji. Let's do it. I'm gonna put it to A because you're right.
But
we shouldn't push the pedal too hard too early.
I mean, we might change it though. We might go back.
Yeah,
we might.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll just fill it.
It might
out.
be piss. You know, we don't know.
We got a wild list here. Okay, so Evian is the next one. I'm gonna preface by saying I feel their brand has changed at some point in the last 30 years. I feel now it's way more delicious and refreshing than when I would say maybe before the 9th grade. I don't even know when that was, but before that, I feel like it was a little more like Dasani tier. Yeah. And at some point, they must have added another filtering process. Maybe they added minerals. Maybe we took them out. But I don't even know how to feel about it, honestly. Like, I like the bottle. Mm-hmm. It's okay. I don't think I'd pick it over other things, but I wouldn't be mad if someone was like, "Hey, do you want Evian?" I'd be like, "Oh, that's sweet and refreshing."
Yeah, I feel like Evian's definitely it's from the French Alps, right? Is that like the thing?
Yeah, I think so. Looks like the mountains on the background of the design.
No, you're right. It used to taste like shit. I remember a long time ago, because back when I was a kid, I used to go to the store and with my like $5 a week allowance, I'd go and get a baguette and something to drink every week.
Dude, so French.
And how many baguettes have I had in my life? I couldn't even fucking count. Every week since I was like 15 till 18, 19.
Dude,
I can't believe
you ate that many baguettes.
But
I ate a lot of muffins.
I would get a bottle of something every time, and you know, eventually I got to Evian, and back then it tasted like fucking garbage. Like, poured that shit out, filled it up with a hose, and I would rather drink hose water. But now it's pretty good. I mean, when I had that barista job a few years ago, you know, it's good. I was very refreshed. It's a little expensive though. So
were you hydrated?
I was hydrated.
How expensive do you think it would be? Like, I have no gauge for this brand because I don't think I've ever really bought it.
We sold it for like $6.
Jesus.
But it was the honkin' ones. It was like the girthy bottles.
Okay.
So,
well, fun fact, Evian's pH is higher than Fiji. Fiji's is 6.96 and Evian is 7.07. So, for anyone concerned.
I will say it's not as thick as...
It's supposed to be thicker. Isn't that weird?
Really?
I agree with you. Like, a lukewarm Evian is like, ugh.
Maybe I should have went out and bought these beverages because, like, maybe I'm just so drunk on the Fiji image that I can't even, like, you know, nothing's as thick, nothing's as good. But maybe you're right. And also, high pH, it's important. That shit's important,
high
right?
pH
Aren't we, like...
fucking, it tastes sweeter. I don't know why. There's no science. I don't think there's any science around that, but, like, it tastes better. I swear to God. If I buy the highest pH fucking bitch in the aisle, I'm going to feel stronger. I'm going to feel like I can run faster. And I haven't run in a while. So.
That's just a drug. pH is the only drug I want to do.
So wait, what are we going to rate that one?
How do you think it's better than Fiji?
No.
You don't think so? We can throw it into A and then let them duke it out later.
I think it's okay in A.
Okay. You know, having them side by side,
big bottles, and I like it.
It really does feel right. You know.
It kind of does. My intuition says yes.
You know, any water that didn't come from the United States is gonna make it up to the top, because.
Oh, for sure. Again, we have Flint here, so.
Yep.
We don't care about water, apparently.
Speaking of, so whenever I go to California, they're always like, don't drink the tap water. Don't drink. Like, they'll always, you know, shove, like, Brita, which is coming up, or, like, a bottle of water in my face, albeit even, like, Arrowhead in my face. They'll be like, drink water, not from the tap. And, like, I never understood why until I stayed in a hotel in California, and I was just thirsty. So I went to go do the, you know, and, like, tap water not from the Pacific Northwest is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, that makes me sound super privileged living in this area.
No, for real. They know, like, it. I think they know.
It's like, how do you not just... Like, how do you live not being able to just go to your faucet and drink some water? Like, you have to pay for water every time.
Yeah. You have to pay to fill the 70% of water in your body or however much is in there. You have to pay to refill that. So you have to pay to live.
That's literally paying for air to breathe.
It's the same thing. Mm-hmm.
It's the same.
Wait, so
yeah.
I forget, does the California tap water taste like tap water in, like, the Midwest? Because when I go to Arizona, it tastes like absolute dog shit. So I, like, almost won't even rinse my mouth out when I'm, like, brushing my teeth. I almost won't even use the tap for that because I'm like, this is fucking gross.
Yeah.
It tastes like straight pool water. It's like warm pool water. It's awful. Makes you just want to puke. So
would rather drink piss. All right, Voss.
So the next one.
The water that's too bougie for anybody, but it's just fucking water. So
fuck.
I don't understand.
Dude, I love Voss. Like, okay, I liked them a lot more when they had the glass bottles. When they switched to plastic, I was like, oh, that seems convenient. And then now I'm like, but I liked paying for the expensive glass bottle.
I will say I would buy a Voss water for the glass bottle because it's basically like getting one of those like to-go bottles. Yeah, it's like instead of buying some random fucking Columbia super branded, has some weird like stone scratchy texture on the outside, so you can just have like a glass bottle.
Yeah.
And just reuse it for shit.
I love that, and we love saving the environment, so there's that. And I like that they have all the different sizes, but I like that they're the same, I think they're the same girthiness, so it's just different heights. Yeah. That's kind of fun. It's like they're brothers and sisters.
Yeah, yeah.
I love Voss.
Like I think Voss family.
Voss fucks, I'm going to say that.
Voss does fuck. Well, it fucked harder when it was glass, though, because it does ruin the experience when it's plastic. Not only for the environment, but for your mouth.
Well, and how many times have you buy a bottle of water somewhere, wherever you are, it's like, oh, I'm in a pickle, I need a bottle. So you buy it. You're not like going to get it. You just are in a situation. You leave it in your car overnight or two, and then you go to, oh, sweet, I wonder if it still tastes good, and you taste it, and it's glass. So it's like fucking fine. It's the same. Mm-hmm. But if it's plastic, you taste like there's stuff in there. It's something rotted.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I think we should judge based on the glass bottle, not the plastic.
Okay.
Because I think I miss the days when I discovered Voss, and I was like, dude, this bottle. I probably told 50 people about it. I was like, this is fucking delicious. Go buy it.
Yeah, it's good. What do you think? Where should we put it?
I want to be TBH. I would put this up in S tier.
The glass, I think, makes
slaps.
a huge difference. I really do. Even though I'm such a simp for Fiji, like if Fiji was in a glass bottle, it wouldn't even be on this
Same
chart.
shape and
it
glass?
would be like,
I'd buy their stock.
yeah, I would subscribe, like and subscribe, click that notification bell for that shit, because. But I do agree that glass bottle is kind of everything.
Fucking so good.
You know how many water bottles I have trashed because you leave it sitting out and it like the sun just touches it for like a half an hour and it does some weird like chemistry shit you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
No fucking way am I drinking that. I know technically it's like still water and like nothing really happened, but water gets stale and
It does.
everybody knows that.
And I don't know if it's the BPA thing, because you know when you buy a new like reusable tumbler or bottle or something, it says no BPAs. I'm like, well, okay, where do those come from? I don't even know what those are. I don't know.
BPA who?
It's just, it has something to do with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. Aquapana.
Okay, so the next one, that one I don't recognize, so I'm gonna do a quick Google search here.
Aquapana is, to me,
Oh, it's from Italy.
they do
Ooh.
sparkling water too. It's kind of like San Pellegrino's sister.
How the fuck have I never had this? I've never, I don't think I've ever seen this in my whole life. Is it like the Italian, is it Topo Chico? Is that like the Italian version?
Yeah, it's kind of
It's
like,
like
it's kind of
bubble
like
water?
that. Except this is the flat version. So it's like Topo Chico, but Italian and flat.
Fuck, I want to pick some of this up. I like the interesting orange color. I like the little, what is it? Oh my god, fleur-de-lis symbol on there. I think that's what it is. I'm saying that right? Fuck, I don't know. That looks good. I would buy that. I think I'm going to buy some this week.
Yeah. I've only had it once, but I'll tell you the experience was pretty lackluster. It's not that it wasn't bad, but like, you know how when you drink a good bottle of water and you hit that like that amount of refreshed and hydrated, when you hit like max levels on both of those, it does something like chemically to rewire your brain to remember how hydrated you were. Like it's almost like
It feels so good.
it's almost like
It's
survival
it's gotta
instinct.
be cold. Has to be cold. Like at least a tiny bit colder than room temperature.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
all
mean,
it takes for me.
only psychos drink water at room temperature. Like, why?
Yeah. Ew.
Anyway, so Aquapana, it's very all right.
You want to give it a C? Because C is still kind of, I think it's technically still kind of middle of the road.
It is.
It's like I wouldn't prefer it, but I would take it.
It's like, you know, it's better than a traveling on the road water. It has intention to it, but it's not like, but then again, I put fucking traveling water road trip at like B. I mean, Aquafina is the most roady water I know, and like it's at B right now. So maybe Aquapana can be at B.
Oh, yeah, okay, I agree. Throw it to B, definitely.
I feel like
I would pick Aquapana before I'd pick Aquafina.
yeah.
But you know what? I like Italian stuff, so I think B's good.
Yup. All right.
We're about to fill those other ones up. Okay. The
Smart
next one.
water. Do you remember when they engineered this shit? This was like revolutionary.
Yeah.
This put like
I do remember
water
this.
on the map again.
It really did. Like, water was like, you'd complain if your mom was like, oh, you're having water, and you're like, fuck. I'm like running away from home now. I hate this. But when Smart Water came out, it was like, I feel like that was like hot shit. Like if you're walking around school or wherever the fuck you are and you've got a bottle of that, like, you're fucking popular.
You're like, wow,
no matter
damn,
who you are.
that shit's long. It's real long.
Oh my god. And I loved learning like the little like fun character in the back of the design. There's like a little dolphin, a fish, and all those little things. Like they're different, and they like I don't know. I always thought that was like so fun. I'd like tell my friends, like, did you know those little designs, little cartoons and shit? Like there's different ones. Love that.
Yeah.
Big fan. I have pounded bottles of Smart Water. So many. I've probably done 2 at once.
Yeah. That shit
I fucking love
is
Smart
kind of
Water.
like the Voss effect, where it's the plastic.
yeah.
It's plastic, so it kind of sucks. But it's like the most high grade plastic I have ever felt. Like you could you could put like straight chemicals, and it wouldn't degrade the plastic. So you could reuse this water bottle. It's got the glass effect, but it's flexible, so it's almost kind of like a plus. You know?
I would definitely agree. I fucking love Smart Water. Like, huge fan. The regular size, the big size, even if they made a smaller or larger, I would still buy it.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good. And then the little flip cap ones.
The flip
10 out
cap
of 10.
ones, little squirt. You know?
Dude, excellent branding.
Yep.
I'm in. I love it. I'd give it just about anything. S, I guess.
Yeah.
That's like my go-to if I'm at a gas station. I don't even think twice.
It gives you a good amount of water too.
Yeah,
We want
like
big
you feel
water
hydrated,
bottles.
but you could like if you're fully hydrated, like you're like fuck, I'm so thirsty. I just had like sushi with a lot of soy sauce or something like that, and your mouth is eating itself and like bleeding.
Yeah.
You have some Smart Water and you chug it till you reach max like hydration. You got half the bottle left.
Yeah.
Like you go pee it out, you got room. Like you can make more. Like you're good. I don't know. I think it's great. I'm in. I love it.
Yeah, let's do it. Well, let's throw it into the S range.
Oh,
That-
absolutely. No question.
Why do I feel like our chart is wildly different from what everybody else would classify all this? They'd be like, what the fuck? Smart Water at S? Why the fuck am I watching right now?
I feel like people would think a lot of these should be higher because they don't really know like a lot about the water, and like because we have good tap water, we've got a good, I feel like, baseline that isn't poison. I think we're better qualified, honestly. I mean, we're from an oceanic type state. It's not Hawaii, but
Oh, yeah.
it's liberal and progressive, so we fucking know our water.
Yeah, we be wildin' out here, for sure.
Dude, if they had Patagonia water, would you buy it? I would buy it so quick.
Patagonia water. It would just taste like fucking soil and
There's like
shoe
moss
rubber.
in it. You're like, I think it's dirty. They're like, no, honey, no, it's supposed to be in there. You just shake it up. Just shake it up. Like it's residue from God knows what. I think it's good for you. I go, okay, and I would drink it.
You know, I actually think that we are very qualified to be making this list right now because multiple stores I've been to, little like eateries, little cafeterias in Seattle and Bellevue, specifically in Bellevue, they'll have these bottles of water with a moss clump at the bottom of it. That's supposed to like enrich it with like, I mean, I don't even know what it's called.
I didn't know that was real.
I think it's like not even a brand. I think they're just like, it's so low key that like they're selling like the Fountain of Youth bottled, but they don't want to like sell it to the masses because they only want the people that buy it from them to be young forever, so they can you can give them money forever. You know, maybe conspiracy.
I want to get to the root of this moss in algae bottle thing.
Yeah. It's kind of wild.
Yeah.
I knew that we were on some other shit when I saw that. I'm like, yep.
We do
We're
it
drinking
different here.
moss now. So
Dude, people put lavender in water, and while I understand that lavender like smells good, I don't know about that. You know, like if it's infused, but like got something separating and like get that shit out of my mouth. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like it's gonna like I just am not down with that.
It's like drinking perfume. Like, why are you doing? It's like
I don't
it's
wanna
like
do that
coconut.
ever.
Coconut's like a fragrant taste. It's like you're smelling with your tongue. That's what lavender
Yeah.
does, and it's like
I don't like that.
That's confusing.
I'm 5 years old, and I don't like that.
I don't like it.
But they can put lemon in there and cucumber all goddamn day long. And there's not enough. And I will eat the cucumber after, even if you're not supposed to. I will do that.
Yeah, it's
And
palatable.
I don't care if it was some filthy bartender's hand who just like, and then threw it in there. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I'm ready.
All right, this next one. So don't pay attention to the Pure Life version. Just Nestle water in general. Have you had Nestle brand
yes.
water? Okay. I personally think it's a disgrace to your mouth. It's literally a chocolate company making water. Like, I am sorry. That's like, I don't know.
Dude.
Apple making hamburgers. Like, why no, I'm not eating that. You know?
No, dude, same idea. I just discovered this like last week. Did you know Lamborghini has like an SUV? I don't know if it's an SUV or like a van, but it's something you're just like, maybe not. Maybe don't do that again. I was like, Lamborghini, like, what the fuck? Like, who was like, oh, let's think of creative stuff for this brand. Like, I work for the company, blah, blah. And they went, how about a van? Like, do you think it's gonna pop? Let's do it.
It's just like Lamborghini makes a
That's
minivan,
the most unrelatable
shit
I've ever
mommy
heard
missile.
in my life.
It's like, who the fuck is gonna buy that?
I'm gonna look this thing up. Is it a van? Hold on. I'm figuring this out.
I'm dying to know.
I think it's a van. Okay, I think I've got the name here. And I'm not gonna pronounce it right. It's sort of like a small SUV, but kind of like a van. They're calling it a super sports car. Wait, no, they're not. Yeah, well, who fucking knows? I hate it, though, so much.
It's just like a minivan. Super sports car, triple X 360.
Dude, I hate this so much. Okay, I don't remember if this is the one I saw, but the one that's called I think it's an Urus, Urus. Anyways, I fucking hate it, and it's $200,000. So let's move on.
Fuck.
The Nestle water bottle.
Chocolate water.
I feel like they give this out a lot to like young kids on field trips because they don't know any better. And it's like, oh, Nestle, they'll recognize that and eat it. Or maybe they're just like, it's the cheapest thing you can buy.
Yeah. It's a very school brand. I'm pretty sure Nestle gives out like box tops. Do you remember box tops?
I do.
That like
I would
unlocked
definitely try
a
and cut 'em
memory
out.
in my brain. Dude, you know how
God.
fucked box tops are? They're like, I mean, it's basically like
I know what they are. I used to collect them.
It's like the government doesn't want to give the schools the money they need, so you have to go out and like buy cereal and shit, and then you have to cut out cardboard boxes with these little tags on them, and then you send them into the school, and the school sends it to the government, and the government like pays a certain amount for them.
They're like, we're gonna give you a little bit of money, a little sprinkle, but only if you do like mass labor and buy a lot of cereal. A lot of Cheez-Its boxes. Jesus. Oh my... Dude, I fucking love cereal. I don't want to get into this. This is too... Okay. I normally can't eat cereal because it's like... It fucks with my body and it's really bad. But I have to do... I'm doing this like treatment thing for like a sickness I have, and so I have to eat like shit kind of. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, dude... I went through a box of cereal by myself in like 2 days. It's gone. I'm sad.
Cereal as an adult is so fucking dangerous.
Jesus Christ, it's so good. It's the right texture. You don't even really have to chew if you don't want to. Give it 5 minutes.
I'm a sick fuck, and I like soggy cereal.
I like everything and every texture of cereal. Like, I almost wanted to do a cereal tier list because I fuck with cereal so heavy. But I have to be real. It's straight up a drug to me. I gotta, like, watch it. Okay.
Nestle.
So, back to Nestle. I will throw that in the Arrowhead category. I am not interested. I will probably just say, I'm good, actually. Like, I'll change my mind. When someone says, hey, are you thirsty? I go, oh, yeah, what do you got? And they say that, and I go, I'm not that thirsty.
You pull out the button. Oh. I'm good.
I would do D, or I would rather drink piss. I would do D or that.
I'll put it in D because
Looks lonely up there.
I'll put it in D because I want Arrowhead to feel the shame of being alone.
Okay. I agree with that. I fucking hate Arrowhead. No, never. Okay. So the next one, is it Essentia or Essentia?
I always call it Essentia.
I'm just gonna, we'll call it that. That sounds good. So that's local. So I feel like we kind of have to say, like, shout out to Bothell, Washington.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. I think it's delicious. It's really high pH. I think it's like 9.5, 9 or 9.5. Big ass bottle. I don't like the size of the smaller ones because they're kind of weird. I don't know. They just make me feel weird. Like, just, spiritually.
I don't like small things.
Some little ones, like, it's okay. Like, the little baby Fiji is so cute. But that one, it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. No, but it's delicious.
It comes in, like the light version, and then it comes with the full subscription. Like, it's either or.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
I
this
remember,
water,
I don't know. It's very high pH, and I remember when that was the highest one you could buy. Like, I remember Googling when the pH thing came out. I don't know, this is like 2014 or something like that when it got, like, popular. And I was, like, so braggy about, you have to have a high pH water. Like, trust me. And that was the one I would carry around all the time.
Yeah. This water, I only ever saw at, like, gyms. Like, people getting jacked out of their minds chugging this shit. So I always thought it was some, like, fitness supplement.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that hydration,
Yeah. I mean, I think they could be a little more creative.
I haven't actually tasted this water. I just saw
I think it slaps.
Very scary, sweaty, bulging people drinking it. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. It's like you can't smoke crack before. I mean, you need to smoke some weed first. You have to hit the gateway drug and go up.
I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen, so you got to really take it slow.
Yeah. So I'm gonna hit my Aquafina and work my way up to the essential.
I would put it at a B because I think it's really good. It's good water. Again, bottle design could be more creative, but I'll give it a B.
I trust your
high
judgment.
And stuff.
It's good.
I've had that after so many fucking hangovers. I mean, because I think it'll cure me, and I think it's just a placebo, but that's fine.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, 8 hours later, when your hangover is gone, you're like, oh, see? What would I do without this water?
It fixed me.
No, it was the water.
I was acidic, but now I'm alkaline. I don't eat salads.
Why do I think, like, now I'm alkaline, and there's just, like, 6 hands coming down, like that, like, mantra, like, you're just, like, fully aligned.
That's what happens.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one is what I drink every day. Yeah, every day, all day. Mm-hmm. A big fan. Dylan was, I don't know if he was such a big fan as I am until he moved here.
I honestly can't believe that you're drinking Brita water when we have such good tap water here. Like, how privileged are we to have this tap water? And then you go out and you're like, this is gross. So you go out and get Brita.
I don't even think our tap water tastes different than Brita, but okay, it does, and I can prove it to you. When you come over and we do your hair or whatever the fuck we do, I'll have a bottle. So I have these, like, generic glass bottles that we, like, wash and reuse and shit. We got, like, 6 of them. Mm-hmm. Dylan, like, a few months ago, sometime over the pandemic, he was like, I watched him and he was filling it up from the fucking sink, and I'm like, whoa, hi, we own a Brita, we refill it with the Brita, and I put a little funnel thing so you can make it easier so you don't drop anything. It's like there's a whole process. He was fucking it up. I'm like, bro, it tastes different. He's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, we're not getting married. We're actually going to divorce. This whole thing's over. I'm leaving. And then he said he would just use Brita. So now he uses Brita. I swear to God, it tastes different, but it only really tastes different if it's, like, refrigerated. Mm-hmm. Like, if you have 2 lukewarm Brita and lukewarm, or, like, tap, you won't know, but you refrigerate it, Brita tastes sweeter.
No,
it just does.
It sounded like I was trashing Brita, but I do think it's a tool. It definitely works. And what we would do back when I was living at that party house, we would literally buy super cheap vodka and then strain it through the Brita, and it would,
shut up.
Yeah, and it makes it taste
no, you didn't.
Great. Yeah, it's like taking some $8, Svedka fucking bottle of IPA essentially, and then you distill it to like Belvedere. Like it's just like really
does that
smooth.
really do something?
Yeah.
Dude, no. Are you living in like the year 3000?
That was like it wasn't original at the time. People were doing that. They're like, yeah, just strain your booze. So we got a Brita for that, or we had a Brita because somebody used it, but nobody used it until.
Is this fucking real?
Yeah, that was like the biggest life hack of my time.
Oh my god, it can improve the taste. That's fucking wild. It says you have to run it through 4 or 5 times to get a noticeable effect, but like, hey, for an experiment, that's worth it.
Yeah, it's good. And then like
Dude.
obviously when people have shit fucking water, Brita is really good, so that's already gonna rank it higher, I guess.
I would give it. I mean, I drink it every fucking day, so it's like hard to
Multi-use.
remember like what it's like. Definitely. I would say I would be okay with any of the top half of this tier.
Mm-hmm.
I don't crave it anymore because I have it, so it's like I don't think I can put it in S.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely A territory, because
Okay.
if you run any water below C through the Brita, I'm sure it's gonna bump it up a couple levels. So it's almost
Yeah. It changes like the tier that it's on.
Yeah, I'll throw it an A.
Okay, I think it's a good idea.
All right, vitamin.
You're gonna have to
water.
clarify. You're gonna have to clarify this one.
Have you had vitamin water?
Like just the water or the one with flavor?
Oh, I mean, like, I guess I was thinking the flavored waters, which I guess none of these are flavored. So I guess
I think
this
it
is a
should
little.
still count. It should still count.
I think whenever you have to flavor water, the water is bad. Like you're covering it up
Yeah, oh, definitely.
with
Yeah.
something. Not only are you covering it up with flavor, but you're also throwing a bunch of random fucking nutrients
In chemicals and
in
color
chemicals,
and stuff.
and you're
Like
getting
Red 40.
Alicia Keys to like sing on a vitamin water commercial just to get people to fucking drink it, because
Yeah,
they've
50
made
Cent
like
has
gallons and tons of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's something fishy about it. I used to love it as a kid, but that was also because I wasn't allowed to drink Kool-Aid. So vitamin water was like my Kool-Aid.
Dude, what is that like? Like, were you guys like really rich? No, I'm kidding. No, we didn't have vitamin water until I was like maybe in high school. Before that, we had shit that was like, oh my god. We had, first of all, Sobeys. Those were the shit. Holy shit. Oh my god, so good. Sobeys, Fruitopia. Did you ever have those?
Fruitopia?
Trust me, if I could get one off the black, or I was gonna say like just the black market. Yeah, the black market. If I could get one for you, they're like you can't get them anywhere. I've tried. I would buy one for you, and I'd be like, taste this, bitch, and you would be
Fruitopia.
like, oh my god, it's like the taste of like almost like Jello. Like it's so sweet, but it's not like it's just so much flavor, like slapping you, and it's so fucking good. Jesus, oh my god, I'd collect quarters around the house to go to the Fruitopia vendor in my like middle school, just to have one every single day.
Really?
Like, no wonder I have stomach problems. I ate so much processed shit. I don't even think I drank water. Like, I was just like Fruitopia. That's it.
You don't have acid reflux. It's just like the Fruitopia biome in your stomach now.
That's all that's in there, remnants.
Yeah.
That shit was so good. So when vitamin water came out, I was like, well, it's not that good. It's not Sobe. It's not Fruitopia. It's not really Gatorade. It's like weird. Mm-hmm. But with the new age of all those different types of vitamin waters, I like the citrus one if I'm hungover. I'm not going to go 0 calorie one. Those taste like dog shit.
No. Whenever you have any sugary 0 calorie thing, it's like the same effect as like the sugar-free gummy bears. Like, it just makes you want to shit.
Oh, God.
And so
I can't
whenever I
finish
have
them.
sugar-free stuff, my body's just like, I mean, I would rather drink piss at that point, I guess.
Yep.
It's either drink piss or have diarrhea, so.
Yeah, it's all those sugar alcohols. It looks gross. Yeah, I'm not a vitamin water fan. Again, if I'm in a real pickle, then maybe. But they better have just the right flavor, and it better not be the fucking huge bottles. I'm not sold. I'd rather drink Gatorade. Mm-hmm. Big time. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So would we rather drink piss, though?
ever since you said that thing about making Arrowhead feel lonely, I agree with that. So I'd rather put it in D.
And you know what? I have an entire childhood with vitamin water, so I can't cast it out like that.
That's true. Memories.
All right.
I want to forget the memories with Arrowhead.
I feel like something needs to go into C, because, you know, we need more of a spread. If everything is going to be just B and A, you know, I mean, we need to be a little more critical. And you know what? I think I'm down to maybe take down Aquafina, put it into C.
I think that's the best decision.
Because even though I love it so fucking much, I know everybody else knows this is kind of garbage water. It's garbage water, but it's trying its hardest, you know?
It really is trying. I mean...
8 times reverse osmosis. Like, you can't let that go unnoticed.
And they don't color their bottles blue.
And
like
they don't
the little branding thingy is blue, but they don't color the bottles blue like Dasani is, so they're not fakers.
Yeah. They don't fake. I mean, they literally lay it all out with the bottom or the back of the water. I think it literally says something like, from the most polluted lake in the world, we bring you the most genetically modified liquid that you can consume.
Dude. Okay, wait. There's actually a brand that I would put up in one that we don't have on the list, but it's like, I don't think anyone really know it unless they go to Whole Foods a lot or something. Okay. Have you ever had Icelandic water? It's like it's a bottled water. It's not like actually Icelandic water. I mean, maybe it is. Have you ever had it?
It's a buzzword in the water world. I've heard it before.
So good. It's so good. It's so good. I swear, like, if you had that in your trunk on like a 75-degree day, it should be very hot and very BPA tasting. It will be very cold. And you'll be like, why is this so cold? It's just been in my trunk. It's just plastic. But it's Icelandic.
It's just like forever cold.
I don't make the rules. It's so fucking good. It's worth buying. And there's another one that starts with an A, I think, at Whole Foods. It has kind of like a curvy bottle shape, something like that. It's really good too, but yeah, I don't remember the name. And the only other one that I have never tasted, and I don't think you have either, is a Liquid Death. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's really popular right now. Like, everyone's talking about it. It's on every fucking TikTok. Yeah, it's a can. So it looks like maybe like a beer, kind of. It looks like a Modelo type style of it. Mm-hmm. So it's called Liquid Death. I think it's seltzer water, but I've asked somebody who had it, and they said it was like softer seltzer water, so not as spicy. But I've been wanting to get some, and I guess they just sell it at like gas stations. So, like, I guess you can get it anywhere. But
won't it taste like aluminum and like...
They say it's good. They say it's addicting. They say, like, people who are like, I'm giving up, you know, alcoholism for Liquid Death. Like, they'll do that. They'll give it up for this water. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I can say. I don't know much.
All right. What do you think? You think we're going to move Aquafina to C and call it a...
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Print it out? Yeah. Yep. Man, Smart Water S-Class. I wasn't thinking that. I mean, maybe, you know, when you stack all the water together, you really appreciate the top, and you're like, you know what? It feels right. Smart Water did me so good. I think a lot of my developmental years, definitely I made the most of them with Smart Water.
I think out of the times that I, like, so I'm easy to puke if I drink alcohol. Like, I will puke after one. Like, it's pretty pathetic. My body, I'm probably allergic, but the times where I'm less angry at myself, not angry, but like, oh, this feels like shit. Why am I doing this? Like, I'm not as upset if I have a bottle of Smart Water with me, you know, because you got to like rinse it. Like, if I have that, I'm a little less upset. That's the impact it has. That's huge. It impacted my mood when I'm low on B vitamins.
All right. Here we go. This feels right. This chart feels right. And I couldn't have done it without you.
I'm here as your water connoisseur.
All right. Well, next time, next tier list, we doing the... you suggested one earlier, and I totally forgot because...
The cereal one?
Yeah. Cereal tier list.
Don't like flirt with me like that.
And
like,
we can, and I will 100% buy the cereals we need, and we can live test them. Cereal tier list mukbang.
dude,
All
I'm
in
not
one.
gonna eat for 3 days beforehand, so I'm like ready for calories, and I'm gonna eat every motherfucking box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat all of them, even the ones I hate. I'm getting stressed out. Oh my god.
I can feel like my glycemic index rising right now. Like,
Dude. I can't. I have no words. I have no words for a fucking cereal mukbang.
all right.
I'm gonna do some yoga after this, just thinking about it. Okay.